Boom. We are alive, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to take a moment today to talk about the dollar and ask a question, just a broad one. Are we at war? Now, I know a lot of religions had talked about a war between good and evil, and you could maybe even venture down that pathway. Nothing wrong with a little bit of philosophy and theology in the morning, but when I watch what's happening in the world and I witness attacks that are taking place, there's an old saying, something like third time's enemy action. You know, a lot of standards in warfare over the years have changed and developed. Now, the dollar strength has been growing. We're up at like 114 the other day. We're down at 112. Looks like we could go up to 120 maybe. But the problem here is if you look what's happening to the euro, it's collapsing. The European central banks, I think it was the Bank of England specifically, went on this like buying spree last night to save liquidity, similar to what happened in 2008, the Lehman Brothers collapse. There's just a credit squeeze and not enough liquidity in the market for things to function properly. And the US dollar has been like the cleanest piece of clothing in the dirty laundry bin. And as they all start to go down, and this is one of the unique functions, is they're starting to find more parity with each other. Again, the euro and the dollar sitting close like this is really abstract. But as you start to see the others falter, people are going to lose confidence in the system of central banks at large. It's not usually until the moment when people need to recognize the danger that they do. Some people are better at preemptive. Like, there's some people that just know. They could tell that like an earthquake was coming a day before. They're like, oh, something feels weird. Maybe it's the moon. Anyways, sometimes you can tell that something abstract or bad might be coming in your way and you position yourself in the markets properly. The entire thesis with Bitcoin, positioning ourselves properly, is for these moments as people lose faith in the dollar. Now, there was some type of sabotage or explosion or attack on the Nord Stream. Conversations around energy are as equally important as conversations around money because they are very similar. Electricity, fuel, oil, coal, all the base functions of a lot of the energy that we get on this planet, aside from the food we get from the sun, etc. A good chunk of our modern day society runs on fuel or energy of some kind. So when you see a squeeze on commodities like energy and you see a squeeze on liquidity, what comes next is going to be very abstract. The volatility here is going to get crazy wild. You could see, remember when the pandemic first started and oil went to like negative, do you remember this? Negative dollars per barrel? Because of storage costs, no one was using the oil. We're like, oh, we've got too much oil. We are going to miss the days when we thought we had too much oil. So because of this, I suspect ultimately what happens is even though there will be volatility, we're going to see price fluctuations. Again, underlining that, really underscoring again the idea that what's wrong is the fiat currency system. Commodity values will start to shoot up, whether it's energy, food, and good money, which is just sounder economic, at this point, coding policy and technology. So I'm super bullish around the entire crypto ecosystem. And then also want to, again, underscore again, this area is going to have a ton of volatility. So making sure you have a stable, calm, and functional platform to operate from, however that works for you throughout this process, is going to be super important. Because constant or consistency here will make so many people fortunes. Because big transitions like this from technology, governance, and money very rarely come around. We've just seen the start of it in the beginning of 2020 with most of crypto going public and new forms of identity, I think, really being brought to the surface by the NFT space, like CryptoPunks, showing a real culture hungry for this type of sovereign ownership. So anyways, because of that, it looks like we might be at some little, some type of war. I hate to say this, but the one thing I know Alex Jones got right for sure was that this is definitely an information war. They're just constantly changing definitions around what a recession is or how many people need to be working at that time, and this obfuscation of data and the opaque nature of what they're accomplishing through lack of transparency, and such a bombardment of lies that makes it difficult, right? It's this duality of, oh, for 1 minute you might be agreeing with someone about something that you think is important, and then the next minute you'll be totally disagreeing, because everything is at conflict within the society right now. And yeah, these catalysts, these points of change usually happen quickly, and when they do, we find out what's going to grow on the other side. Bitcoin and Web3 gaming as crisis assets, the things to take over as the other things collapse. Anyways, to the Arcane Bears, a little bit of a morning thought update. I wrote some things down. I was trying to like edit a video or something, guys. You know, I've never really, I edited a little bit in my past. Just like kind of riffing and ranting on thoughts. Editing takes a lot of time, and it could probably make these videos better by doing it. So I've been trying to figure it out, but I'm just not, I'm better at improvisation. Like, I like studying things at large, taking my time to digest it, and then exploring them freely with open dialogue. I should probably find an editor to like edit videos and put B-roll of stuff over top of me talking. Maybe I'll try that out. Just that. Here's the raw video. Put some B-roll. I want to make videos as valuable for you guys as possible, and I know that just talking isn't always the best way to go. I'm great at data gathering. So who else do I like? Oh yeah, hats off to Russell Brand for moving to Odyssey. Anyways, don't even know. That's my thoughts for this morning. I hope you guys had fun. See you on the next episode.